Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. How are you today? I hope you're well. I'm back with another eyeshadow. This is going to be a challenge, right? Recently, I challenged myself to use grey eyeshadow. Now, this is a very rare moment for me, and I figured the only way that I could do it is to wear a red lip, right? Because otherwise I'm just going to look washed out. This is what I think, right? Before going into it, this is my prejudicial thinking. So I've got 3 palettes here in front of me. I've got my new Rotten palette from Blend Bunny with May Pang, and I'm going to use that grey shade there. Looks a lot darker in person than it does on camera. I pulled out one of the classic grey shade palettes, the Darth Vader from Colourpop. Fantastic quality, but I've really only dived into the warmer tones here. And of course, the great cool tone palette, that is Natasha Denona's Glam palette. Now I'm going to start with this shade up here as a neutralizing shade. First of all, sweep with this shade called Transition. Now in her, let my mirror be useful. In some of these older palettes, she named the shadows and basically says, well, this is where you should use them. Right? Which can prove to be helpful if you are a beginner. But of course you can put your eyeshadows on whatever part of the eye you like. Now, Natasha Denona is a great makeup artist, so she generally knows where to place eyeshadow. See, that's not too bad, is it? All right. I know there's not going to be fallout with her shadows, so I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, let's close that one for now. Let's deepen it up with this shade here from the Darth Vader palette. I'm going to mix it with the shade next to it actually. Tap, 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 tap. You know I love doing that. In the 90s, I think I had one eyeshadow palette. It was Napoleon Purtis, right? And it was a white matte, a black matte, and there was a grey in between. It was a 3-pan palette. I did not have any brushes. I used the applicator to apply my eyeshadow. Did I have any idea what I was doing? No. Oh, I did not. I just read magazines, looked at what people were doing, you know, other people on the street were wearing. I was living in Sydney at the time, and I guess I kind of adapted as best I could, given that I had very little money back in those times. Okay, now let's try the grey, which is called Organic. It's greeny grey, isn't it? In the Rotten palette. I might use a different brush actually. Let's see what tone this throws. Alright, it's pretty dark, isn't it? I say greeny grey. Is it bluey grey? Tiny bit of fallout there. Definitely more pigmented than the Colourpop for sure. Alright, so far I'm not hating it. Perhaps my aversion to it, you know, my skin tone first of all, right? Being neutral, warm leaning. But also maybe it's the fact that I just wore grey eyeshadow for like, I don't know how many years, and I just got sick of it. Which is, it's hardly fair, is it? Now that little palette that I had from Napoleon Purtis was great quality. It was Napoleon Purtis, right? And I actually knew Napoleon back in the day. I've always loved makeup, but I think Napoleon was the one that really sparked something in me, which I basically repressed for years and years and years. But COVID brought it all out. I think it brought all things out in lots of people, didn't it? Okay. I'm glad I did a red lip. I think that's what I did wear back in the day. It was a red lip a lot. I had a poppy lipstick. Yes, we all remember those, don't we? Okay, I really actually love that organic shade from the Rotten palette. I really quite like it. I'm going to have to go deeper now, and I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to get my liner brush, smudger brush. This one has a slight, there's a few particles in there, glitter particles, I think. Now see, if I wear grey, it's usually like this. It's just as a liner. You know what? I think what I've done in my head is I have favoured navy, ink navy, denim blue, so much, and then they're really not that far away from grey at all. Colourpop shadows, I don't know what they're like now, but they're so good. They're so good for the price. Am I just pressing that into my skin at this point? Please hold. Okay, let's use Darth Maul. This very deep silver. No, it's not silver, is it? I'm going to wet the brush. Yeah, that looks really cool, huh? Alright, now I'm going to get this shade here for the inner corner. Just tap it. This is like the Super Shock formula, I think. It has that sort of wet look as well about it. That's their best known shimmer formula, and for good reason. It's excellent, and it was ahead of the curve for sure, for sure. All right, I need a small detail brush to pinpoint here. Just can't do that with the finger. How's that looking? You don't want to blend there too much. I don't want to take away that line, to be honest. Do I want to put some up under the brow bone? Yes, I do. It's been a while since I did this too. This is a very 90s technique. So when I had lots of singles as well, and I used to use I had a white gold from Napoleon Purtis, and I always put that up here. So I wore silver and gold on my eyelids at the same time, didn't I? That's what that has reminded me of. Definitely needs a red lip, doesn't it? Definitely. All right, let's go over that with some gloss now. Cute. Love that. Beautiful. That's the shade there. All right, I put some white liner on the lower waterline. I think that's lifted a little bit, lifted the look a little bit. I did have some fallout, and I think it was the Colourpop palette which was causing the fallout. You know, it's a little bit older, I guess. So I actually like it. I admit, I like it. And I'm not going to be wearing a lot of grey in this hot weather we're still having, because it is still summer in Australia. But as it cools down, I feel that this could be, I could do this for winter a lot more. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. I think I passed my grey eyeshadow challenge. What do you think? Did I? I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.